supposed to be in school learning, not just, hanging out at the bus stop.
This morning, new bus schedule, same old problems. We're getting an answer from the head of the Madison School District.
And at the state capitol, lawmakers are trying to change our election laws. The two issues they're tackling.
And so wet start to our Wednesday, mostly moderate showers now on to the east, but we are expecting more today. We'll track it for you coming up.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slivka's, tracking some rain out there this morning. Umbrella?
Yeah, I would say keep it with you. You're not going to need it all day, but it's one of those things where all of a sudden these showers will pop up going into the afternoon hours. And right now it's fairly light here in Madison, but even those nuisance sprinkles might be enough for an umbrella. The moderate showers now mainly up to the north and east, basically east of Beaver Dam now, moving throughout parts of Dodge County. Waterloo seeing a moderate shower headed over toward Watertown as well. Lake Mills expecting a few sprinkles here this morning. A lot of this has moved to the east of Cottage Grove and also Stoughton, but a few sprinkles on the south side. Janesville encountering a couple of sprinkles, especially areas to the north. Right now, 45 in Madison, 46 in Middleton, 46 in Cross Plains, so relatively mild start to the morning. But it is a wet Wednesday for us, but this will be the last wet day. We are looking at an extended dry period later this week, right through the weekend, even into next week. A couple of cooler days, though. Looks like Friday and Saturday actually running a little bit below average in the mid-40s. So as you plan your day, the noon hour, we will start to see some redevelopment of some scattered showers. These will be generally light. Down in the south, I wouldn't doubt if we don't see some moderate showers here between 3 and 4 o'clock. Janesville area headed up toward Waukesha. By 5, 6 o'clock, all this moves on to the east, and then we'll actually get into some clearing a little bit later on tonight. So looking at some scattered showers, mainly light showers throughout the morning hours into the afternoon. Temperatures getting close to 50. A couple of cool days, but we're going to really warm up later this weekend into next week. We'll have those numbers coming up.
Hey, looking forward to that. Kelly, thank you. We are a few days into the new bus schedule for students in the Madison School District. Many have different start and end times to account for busing issues this school year.
But as our Catherine Merck shows us, one parent says the first day of that new system still made her students late to school, cutting into time they should be in the classroom.
You're supposed to be in school learning, not just, hanging out at the bus stop.
On the first day of MMSD's move to adjust school start times for bus concerns, Emily Camfield says her kid's bus was around 20 minutes late for pickup.
And then my son has to go straight to the high school, which is right next door, for his math class. And so he was actually not just late for homeroom, but actually late for his math class yesterday.
This parent is not the only one experiencing problems. When I sat down with Interim District Superintendent Lisa Quisted, she told me other parents have been reaching out to her after the first day of changes. But she says this time it's different.
Some of the hiccups we've experienced, we actually know how to fix this time.
With the new start and end times, she says the new system needs a bit of time to adjust.
We are confident that we are going to get through this and be able to give more stability to our community.
The superintendent adds that the scale of these problems looks a lot different than they did when the students first went back to school.
We do believe this is the start time system that will carry us through the rest of the year.
I'm hoping that they are able to iron out the issues.
Emily hopes the district's bus plan keeps her kids in class every minute it can.
We're just two kids, our family is just two kids out of the whole school district. So I hope it's an improvement, but I hope it gets better this week as we go on and get used to the new schedule.
That was our Catherine Merck reporting there. The district says that parents can help out by clearly communicating with their child where and when they're supposed to get on and off the bus. Parents should also keep an eye on any updates from the district should more changes be announced.
We have an update now on last month's stabbing at the Sun Prairie Walmart. Prosecutors and the defense both agree that the man charged with attempted homicide in the case is not competent enough for it to move forward. Investigators say 22-year-old Miguel Barajas Caballos stabbed another man at random inside that Walmart and then led police on a chase into Madison, at times going over 100 miles an hour. It happened back on October 16th.
New information now about the crash that killed 2 people in Deerfield. The Dane County Sheriff's Office says one of its deputies is recovering from injuries after he was hit by a car while investigating the crash. Take a look at this picture. This is the aftermath of the hit. This happened after the crash. The deputy was inside his squad car at the scene with his emergency lights on when another car hit him. He had to go to the hospital. He was later released. He's doing okay. The sheriff's office says the driver who hit the deputy may have been impaired at the time. State Patrol is taking over the investigation.
Boy, it's a busy time for politicians at the state capitol. Yesterday, the state Senate passed multiple constitutional amendments that could significantly change how our elections function. At the legislature, they want to put up those election changes to the voters who have to vote on all constitutional amendments. The changes would make photo IDs mandatory for anyone trying to cast their ballots and prevent cities from receiving private grants for elections funding.
But let's be honest here. Private donations would never have been needed in the first place if the legislature did its job.
Promoting turnout in targeted regions can change the results across the state. Government entities cannot be participants if we want to prevent corruption, live in a society of laws, and promote confidence in the election process.
These amendments could be put on the ballot as early as April of next year.
More business at the Capitol, where GOP lawmakers are still pushing ahead with their efforts to oust Wisconsin's top elections official. Republicans took the first step to impeach the leader of the Wisconsin Elections Commission, Megan Wolf, last week. This after a series of ads targeted Speaker Robin Vos, threatening to recall him if he didn't impeach her. Yesterday, Vos gave a more tempered response to the issue, telling reporters they will not move quickly to remove Wolf.
We are nowhere near a consensus, but I can't predict what's going to happen in the future, but I think it is unlikely that it's going to come up anytime soon.
Moving forward, Wolf will remain in her position, at least for the time being.
The state Senate also brought some new changes to the plans that are set to fund repairs to the home of the Milwaukee Brewers. The proposal cuts back the amount of money that the state will provide by $35 million. It also added a mandatory $2 surcharge on tickets to any non-baseball event. The team has argued that extensive repairs have to be made to the stadium, including complete replacements for the outdoor glass doors, seats, and concourses. Without these state funds, the crew will need to find new means to fix their field.
We are waking up to the results of a number of elections across the country this morning. Democrats are celebrating in a couple of states here. Let's start in Ohio. Voters there passed a ballot measure that enshrined the right to an abortion in their state's constitution. And in Kentucky, the Democratic governor will keep his spot even as the state trends more red there. Here's what Andy Beshear had to say about his win.
This was our victory. It was a victory that sends a loud, clear message. A message that candidates should run for something and not against someone.
This election, again, seen as a good sign for Democrats heading into 2024. Still, though, Donald Trump remains ahead of President Biden in the most recent polls.
A live look at the U.S. Capitol this morning, where a congresswoman is being censured over her comments made about supporting Israel during its war. Representative Rashida Tlaib fought for her right to speak on matters that she sees as important yesterday against a House that was against her from the start. Tlaib has been outspoken in her criticism of Israel and support of the Palestinian people. She's the first Palestinian-American woman to ever serve in Congress and has argued that her criticism of the Israeli government is not anti-Semitic as prior resolutions have claimed. She says that her criticisms are solely leveled at the Israeli government and not its people.
Meanwhile, the war in Gaza continues. Israel is now claiming their invasion of Gaza has quickly weakened Hamas fighters there. Officials with the Israeli government say that there are only a few dozen Hamas fighters left in the Gaza City region in the north. Meanwhile, civilians are fleeing the area in droves, with some waving white flags as they leave their homes. The Gaza Health Ministry is now claiming more than 10,000 Palestinians have lost their lives since the war started a month ago.
In more local news now, Kemp's is helping out Second Harvest Food Bank by donating more than 30,000 cartons of shelf-stable chocolate milk. As prices are rising at grocery stores, food shelters are seeing higher demand. And shelf-stable foods and drinks are important during these times just because of how long they last. Kemp's says this milk has been ultra-pasteurized, so it does need to be refrigerated because of that process. The milk can last upwards of a full year.
The food pantry has high demand for milk, and it's one of the hardest things for them to keep. So having a shelf-stable milk that they can keep with dry groceries really helps out the food pantries.
Milk remains one of the items that gets more and more expensive, so the estimated $15,000 worth of milk, that number, according to Kemp's officials, will certainly be helpful to those who need it.
6:09 on your Wednesday. Kelly Slifka's keeping an eye on some bands of rain that might be moving through our area all day long, Kelly.
Yeah, it's not going to rain the entire period, but we are looking at some more wet weather that will be with us today, but dry the rest of the weekend and the weekend, and we're really going to warm up Next week, we'll have that first warm forecast coming up.
Also ahead, why doctors say now is the best time to get your vaccines ahead of the holidays.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized Black Friday sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
This is a real person seeking a solution to a real problem.
Hi, fine, how are you?
Welcome to the Good Feet store. How can I help?
I have plantar fasciitis. My knees hurt, my hips hurt.
Then she was personally fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I don't feel any pain anywhere.
Good.
Seriously, no pain in my knees, my hips, nothing. This is amazing. I don't want to take them off. It just feels like I'm in heaven. Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
It's here. Beautiful is the event you've waited for. All Shaw flooring is on sale, plus special financing for up to 48 months. Refresh your home now during the Beautiful sale. H&R Carpets and Flooring, Wanakee.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Don't miss the 34th Annual Winter Art Fair off the Square, November 11th and 12th at the Monona Terrace Convention Center. Featuring over 100 Wisconsin exhibitors with a wonderful selection of ceramics, paintings, glass art, wood, jewelry, and much more. Place your bids at our silent auctions Saturday only. Children will enjoy the Young Collectors Corner. Buy local for the holidays. The Winter Art Fair off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
Hold it!
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Joni's card yet.
Ordering promotional products guaranteed to create memorable moments is an easy mission at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized Black Friday sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. The countdown to Thanksgiving is on. And right now, the CDC says you're in the best window to get vaccinated to protect yourself and your family for the holidays. CBS's Michael George reports.
Getting ready for the Thanksgiving holiday may include more than shopping, prepping, and serving.
I am the parent of a toddler, so always extra aware of times of the year where sickness is abundant.
The CDC says this 2-week run-up to Turkey Day is the best time to get vaccinated for COVID, flu, and RSV.
We know we're going to see more flu starting to circulate and more COVID. So right now is a great time for you to get vaccinated. That way your body can build up its protection ahead of the holiday season.
CDC Director Dr. Mandy Cohen got her COVID shot last month and acknowledged COVID vaccine uptake in the U.S. is a little slow.
I know folks want to leave COVID in the rearview mirror, but unfortunately it is still here and is still causing folks to get very sick and even die.
The CDC says it's seeing an uptake in flu shots in line with recent years, mainly because people are used to it and have made it part of their routine. The CDC says it expects to see flu, COVID, and RSV all circulating at the same time this season. But how severely could depend on vaccination levels.
I have already done it. As soon as they were available, I went and got them.
There are additional precautions we can all take for Thanksgiving gatherings. If you're sick, stay home, wear a mask, increase ventilation, and even consider a meal outside.
It's really about who are you, what's your personal risk, and who are you going to be around.
Food for thought and for a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
So the RSV shot is recommended for adults 60 and over. Pregnant people can get a vaccine to protect their babies, or newborns can receive preventative antibodies. The CDC is working with manufacturers to accelerate production and relieve a limited supply of that antibody shot. It's kind of hard to get right now.
Yeah, and Thanksgiving, 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Oof.
Holidays are coming up quick.
That flew by.
I know.
We
Where does
have
it go?
our
Where does
flu
the time
shots,
go?
but neither of us have gotten our COVID shots yet.
Soon, yeah.
It's on
On
the
the
list.
list. With all the other stuff you got to do for the holidays.
Right, we're busy folks.
Yeah. All right, let's check in with Kelly Slipka at 6:15 on the patio. You got the umbrella?
I actually was able to take it down. Just simply, it's still drizzle out here, but it's not enough for the umbrella right now. But that could change just about at any time throughout the day today. We did actually have some moderate to occasionally some heavy showers that passed through overnight. I actually saw some locations. You can see this wave formation across Dane County, then over there toward Watertown. Some locations picking up over an inch. Some of those brighter blues that you see there, that was some of the heavier totals. But even in the Madison area, maybe go from 1/4 of an inch to some locations picking upwards of an inch, lesser amounts to the west. Right now, just some light showers. As mentioned, we just have drizzle here in Madison, so it's kind of damp out here regardless, but can expect some more showers to develop a little bit later on this afternoon. Right now, most of the showers now east of Beaver Dam, east of Columbus, over there toward Watertown. At least the accumulating rain is down toward Cottage Grove. A few sprinkles down there as well. But right now here in Madison, just encountering some drizzle. So we have the drizzle this morning. We can expect some showers popping up a little bit later on this afternoon. I think the focus is going to be mainly from Madison areas to the south, more likely south of Madison, toward Monroe, Janesville, over there toward Jefferson and Watertown. Maybe picking up some moderate showers at times through the late afternoon hours. But by 6 o'clock, a lot of this starting to slide on to the east, and we'll get into some drier conditions and actually clearing out later tonight. But you can see the fog, the drizzle that we're getting from our sky cam here at the station, expecting that high near 50 today. Low tonight, 35, and that's going to be colder simply because we will clear out. We've got a couple of chilly days the next few days, but then next week, going into the following weekend, we're expecting above average temperatures, and you can see that's taking up much of the United States. And actually, that's kind of setting us up for the winter. We're under a strong El Nino pattern. That means the waters off the Pacific of South America are going to be very warm. That's going to buckle the jet stream up to the north. So that sends warmer air our way, and we'll be under northwest flow, but that's also generally a drier weather pattern for us. We'll get snowstorms, we'll get cold snaps, but in general, it looks like a warmer than average winter. Scattered showers into the early evening, then dry much of the rest of the weekend and highs in the 50s, it looks like next week. All ahead of this warm front that's pushing to the north. It's in the 60s south of the front. We're in the 40s and 50s across much of the southern parts of Wisconsin into northern Illinois. 45 right now in Madison. It's almost 50 already in Janesville, sitting at 48. 45 in Monroe. Across Dane County, we're in the 40s. 46 in Stoughton and also Oregon. 45 in Madison. So we're looking at scattered showers. If you're not getting the measurable rain, might see some drizzle just about at any time today. Sun returns tomorrow. It's going to be windy, but it's going to be fairly mild, 51. But then we cool down for Friday and Saturday. There are those 50s, though. Much of next week, we're in an extended period of some dry weather throughout much of next week.
For the last month, Braden Locke has been living the life he's always dreamt of, being the starting quarterback for a college football team. And with being Wisconsin's QB1 comes a lot of attention. From practice to school to game days, all eyes are on him. And the redshirt freshman has embraced every second of it, and he's taking the ups and downs in stride as Locke adjusts to his role of leading the Badgers on the field.
I mean, it's been an awesome experience. I've got a really, really great, group of teammates and great quarterback room, awesome coaching staff. One thing is, these guys, they believe in me, and we're continuing to grow and kind of learn on the fly. We're all in this thing together. You want more out of the results that you've gotten, but overall, I mean, it's been a good experience. But yeah, I mean, not going to stop, pushing to get better and trying to grow from everything.
Just a reminder to check out this week's Wisconsin Huddle. Tanner Bortolini and I preview UW's game against Northwestern, show off our cooking skills in the kitchen, and much more. The show starts at 6:30 on Friday, right here on News 3 Now. In Monday night's win over Arkansas State, if that's any indication on how well this season will go for the Wisconsin men's basketball team, well, the rest of the Big Ten better take notice. Not only did the Badgers score a Kohl Center record 105 points, but it was a balanced attack. 7 different Badgers scored 8 or more points, with Chucky Hepburn leading the way with 20. And while his game was impressive, the junior guard really liked what he saw from A.J. Storr in his Badger debut.
Last year, I tried to force way too much, especially early into the game. So, I just got to let things flow into it, get the offense going. AJ had it going on in the first half, and that's what we love, what we wanted to see. And, just get the ball moving fast enough, keep pushing up the court, and that's what we want to do offensively.
Speaking of debuts, the Badger women tipped off their season tonight, and Sarah Williams picked up right where she left off. Her double-double helps Wisconsin take down UW-Milwaukee 62-51. They'll host Western Illinois on Thursday at 7 o'clock. And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Thanks, Zach. Still ahead, if you've hung on to an old $2 bill, you might want to find it. We'll tell you the surprising amount it could be worth.
And let's take a look at gas prices here in Dane County and across the state of Wisconsin. News 3 Now This Morning is back after this.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
My favorite thing about the Power Swabs is that I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I felt like I can immediately see the results, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely starting to see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution.
Well, they're whiter, they're brighter, and I feel better about my smile. And it was so easy to do.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like, I did. I did Power Swabs.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This Thanksgiving, order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 50% off and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Who's always behind the scenes helping parents and caregivers find quality-rated childcare that fits their family's needs? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
Interested in an electric vehicle? Connect with the team that is leading the charge, Bergstrom Automotive. Whether it's EVs like Lyric, Lightning, Hummer, ID4, or hundreds of others, Bergstrom has the largest selection of electric vehicles in Wisconsin and a team you can trust. Buy with confidence and complete peace of mind from Wisconsin's #1 automotive retailer. Bergstrom Automotive, driven to deliver gas, hybrid, or electric.
Welcome back. Let's take a peek at your morning. Kevin Charles, appealing to all of our favorite things.
Moo.
Kelly and I love the cows. Chris loves that old building in the background.
Beautiful. Looks like it's been well preserved.
That's a brick barn. Beautiful.
Stunning.
Yeah, appreciate that. I'm a sucker for old architecture, so appreciate it, Kevin. You can share your morning. Just use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you post on social media. We'll find it. So trending this morning, we're talking about $2 bills. Anybody got an old $2 bill laying around?
Sure. Somewhere.
Yeah, it could be worth thousands. Some newer bills, such as those printed in 2003, could have significant value. Big could here. It depends a lot on certain things. So this one here just sold at auction for $2,400. It had a very low serial number, though. That's a big deal. $2 bills with a red seal can sell for $300 to $2,500, and those with brown or blue seals can sell for hundreds. You can find a complete list of the values of collectible $2 bills at uscurrencyauctions.com.
Chris appears to be a bit of a collector. Tell us what you have got your hands on.
Somewhere might be my parents' storage somewhere or something. It's like a quarter sheet of uncut $2 bills. Depending on, it was from the 90s. I don't know how I came across it, but it was framed in my room for a long time. I looked those up this morning. Those are definitely not worth $2,400 a piece. Definitely not.
At least 16, upwards of what? We found one that was $200.
It's worth at least $16.
Okay, well,
8 of them at $2 a piece.
Oh, and I got to find those. I don't even know where they are.
You didn't wreck them. Like, somewhere. I think of all the football cards I had when I was a kid, baseball cards, and I'd pin them, up to the, why'd I do that?
The Beanie Babies I have, just torched.
They used to put them in the spokes of their tires.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you ever do that?
Yeah, well, of course, to make noise,
Did you ride up the hill both ways to get to school, too?
Barefoot.
That's what I thought.
Good stuff. You're tracking some rain out there this morning.
We've had some rain this morning. It's been a wet start to our day. A lot of this heavier rain's off to the east, but we are expecting more rain later this afternoon as well.
All right, keep it here, folks. More News 3 Now this morning, right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Are you tired of living with that awful joint pain in your knees, hips, back, and shoulder? Ready to get your life back? Call QC Kinetics now, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. These non-invasive treatments harness your body's own healing power to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. No drugs, no downtime, no surgery. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation. Learn how all-natural advanced regenerative medicine can bring you lasting relief. QC Kinetics.
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month, free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just a price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop and count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Can you switch to airplane mode?
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture online, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
This morning, forced to do more with less. How food pantries are pivoting because of the county budget.
Plus, time's running out to get vaccinated before Thanksgiving, when the cutoff is for the shot to be effective.
And there's conflict at the Capitol this morning. It's all over a series of bills for higher education, and the governor may have the chance to veto them.
And we can have a little bit of mist there at the Capitol. We've had some heavier rains overnight. We'll see how long this wet weather will last coming up.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Newford.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. Thanks for waking up with us. The radar is starting to clear out a little bit as we move through the morning here. Rain showers kind of heading off to the east.
Right now, it's still a little bit damp out there. There's some mist out there that's going to be with us, it looks like, this morning, kind of training over the same area. So it's going to be kind of a damp day regardless if we don't even see much more measurable rain. But it's kind of training over the same areas. You can see kind of developing here in the Madison area in Dane County. But as Leah mentioned, the broad area of rain is over here to the east, over there toward Watertown. You can actually see a lightning bolt there just north of Watertown. Moving on to the east, some light showers there in Fort Atkinson down toward Janesville as well. But a lot of this moving east of Beaver Dam this morning, down to the south, Lake Mills seeing some spotty showers, maybe a light sprinkle there in Cottage Grove as well. Then down toward Janesville, you can see a few scattered sprinkles moving through the area. We do have the drizzle as well, reducing visibilities a bit. 46 in Wanakee, so a mild start to the morning. 47 now in Fitchburg, 45 in Madison, Mazomania at 45 as well. So it is going to be a wet Wednesday, even though we're not expecting a whole lot more accumulating rain, at least for the near term, but we are expecting some drizzle here through the morning hours. Then later tonight, all this moves on to the east, and we will get into a drier wind out of the northwest. That'll bring us some colder temperatures by Friday and also Saturday, then a big warm-up going into next week. So as you plan your morning, you can see a little bit of sprinkle activity, some drizzle throughout the morning. We will see a little bit more development later this afternoon. It looks like the best development will be down toward Monroe and Janesville, but even in the Madison area, can expect at least some showers. As we get toward 5, 6 o'clock, a lot of that moves on to the east. Wind switch around the northwest, that'll bring us some drier air, and eventually we will see some clearing later tonight, but some scattered showers out there today. Need that umbrella at least at times throughout the afternoon as we get up close to 50. More on that colder weather for the end of the week, but a big warm up next week. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Like the sound of that. Kelly, thank you. To our top story this half hour, Governor Evers will likely veto 3 higher education bills from GOP lawmakers. One of the bills would ban all public colleges from considering race and diversity when giving out state-funded financial aid. Another would withhold state grants from schools that repeatedly violate free speech rights on campus. The third would guarantee admission to UW for any high school graduate ranked in the top 5% of their class. UW-Madison responding in a statement that says, quote, "The proposal does not serve our state or our shared goals."
Now to continuing coverage of the debate at the Capitol that's blocking pay raises for thousands of UW employees. Governor Evers is suing the legislature now for refusing to sign off on raises for UW employees while granting increases for other state workers. This is all because certain Republicans are withholding the money because they'd like to see it spent on something other than programs that promote diversity. Now we're hearing from the employees caught in the middle.
The cost of living this last year, it's like everybody I knew almost moved because their rent was going up by several hundred dollars per month, mine included. And I can't imagine trying to eke it out in Madison if you're not making a livable wage, and especially that livable wage is not being allowed through because of political processes.
Other employees worry the fighting will cause a brain drain with educated workers leaving Madison and the state. The UW-Wisconsin system is Wisconsin's largest employer.
Happening tonight, 5 GOP candidates will take to the stage in Miami for the 3rd presidential debate of 2023. Frontrunner Donald Trump will not be in attendance yet again. It's the 3rd time he will skip. The 5 candidates participating are Nikki Haley, Chris Christie, Ron DeSantis, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Tim Scott. To qualify, each candidate had to reach 4% in multiple polls and have 70,000 unique donors. The debate airs at 7 o'clock our time. NBC and the Peacock app will be streaming it.
At the nation's capital this morning, Congress has 9 days to avoid a government shutdown. House Republicans currently do not have a plan to keep things up and running, too. Speaker Mike Johnson and GOP lawmakers in the House did go through a series of ideas yesterday, including a short-term spending bill to keep the government funded through January 19th. If some hardline Republicans are against a short-term spending bill, as they have been in the past, Johnson might need to find some Democratic support.
The options that are on the table, and we'll be revealing what our plan is in short order.
A government shutdown would cause the halting of construction projects, disruptions in food safety inspections, and some federal workers might not get paid. Lawmakers have until November 17th to come up with a deal.
The potential government shutdown could have an impact on the war in Israel and Gaza. Right now, Palestinian civilians are being forced to flee from their homes. It's due to an increase in fighting within the Gaza City area in the northern region. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is meeting with top diplomats in the G7 today to announce a unified stance on Israel. They're condemning Hamas and supporting Israel's rights to defend itself. They're also calling for humanitarian assistance to Gaza. But Blinken also reiterating the U.S.'s opposition to a ceasefire. He listed some key priorities the U.S. has for when the war ends.
It must include Palestinian-led governance and Gaza unified with the West Bank under the Palestinian Authority. And it must include a sustained mechanism for reconstruction in Gaza and a pathway to Israelis and Palestinians living side by side in states of their own with equal measures of security, freedom, opportunity, and dignity.
We will continue to keep you updated on the war between Israel and Hamas, as well as the chances for a government shutdown. Stay in the know over on our News 3 Now mobile app.
6:35 now. In today's Health Watch, we're focused on Thanksgiving. It's just 2 weeks from tomorrow. That's the same amount of time it takes to build up antibodies after you get a vaccine. So we're taking a look at rates of flu vaccinations among Wisconsin residents this morning. In Dane County, about 29% of folks here have a flu vaccine. That's the highest rate for the flu vaccine in any county across the state. It's about a third of the population. Right now, you still have time to get your flu shot and have it be effective for the Thanksgiving holiday. To keep you and your friends, family, all safe, head to vaccines.gov. Click on Find Flu Vaccines to see locations near you offering up the shots.
More local news now. Dane County's 2024 budget is having a major impact on area food pantries during a time when they're seeing an increase in demand. The budget will reduce Second Harvest Food Bank's portion of federal funds by more than $2 million. Our Arman Rahman reports.
One of our largest days in our history, 145,000 pounds went out just today alone.
Second Harvest has distributed more food in fiscal year 2023 than in its entire history. And Chris Tazalar says fiscal year 2024 is on track to surpass that.
In order to make up that difference, we've had to do it with more purchased food. And so that obviously costs more money for us, costs more money for our partner agencies.
The River Food Pantry in Madison is one of those partner agencies.
Last year, this time, we had purchased about 215,000 pounds of food. This year, we've purchased over 300,000 pounds of food already.
They say people across the county are seeing groceries cost way more, while what they earn at work is not keeping up. On top of that, pandemic-era government assistance is now gone.
So far this year, we have actually served over 14,000 unique individuals. And this time last year, we'd served about 10,500.
The week before Thanksgiving is one of the busiest at the river, so they're asking for more volunteers, people to host food drives, or for financial support to make sure they can help those in need struggle a bit less over the holidays.
The need grows, but I love that phrase, the giving grows as well.
But Tazalar says that need is year-round. While $6 million in ARP funds would have gone a long way, he says Second Harvest is still grateful for the $4 million it's getting, and they're looking forward.
Our job is to do our work with all the funding that we get. We don't like to focus on what didn't come our way. We really focus on what we do have so we can make the most out of those funds.
Some county board members looked at Second Harvest's financial situation and believed now those ARP funds deserve to go to efforts like the Bayview Foundation's Community Center project. A hard decision, but they say if all levels of government don't do more to help the most vulnerable,
this is going to continue to be an argument every year.
Our Arman Rahman reporting there. Thank you very much, Arman. If you were looking to help out Second Harvest, maybe you'd like to volunteer or donate, head to secondharvestsw.org.
You don't expect to see an alligator on the shores of Lake Michigan, but that's exactly what happened Monday in South Milwaukee. Check this out. Animal Control recovered a small malnourished alligator at Grant Park Beach. They said it was warming under some sort of lamp. It may not have survived the night if someone didn't find it. The alligator is now headed to an exotic animal rehab in Illinois.
Wisconsin quickly becoming the zoo of the Midwest here.
Flamingos, now alligators. What's happening?
Elephants up next?
Right.
Perhaps.
Likely a pet that somebody discarded because they didn't want it anymore in the lake. But yeah, those alligators were not bred for Wisconsin's cold
Not quite.
weather.
Not quite. Cute little fella.
Animals. All right, Kelly, how chilly is it out there this morning?
Temperature's not too bad this morning, but it is damp. We've had some showers overnight. Now we've got some drizzle. We are expecting some more showers to redevelop later today. We'll see how much more rain we can expect in the first warn forecast.
And coming up later in the morning sprint, another member of the Trump family will take the stand in Manhattan for the former president's civil fraud trial. We're back after this.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
DePaco Credit Union works to ensure members are well on their way to living a life worth loving. We're committed to enhancing well-being and strengthening the cooperative through programs like Thank Yous. This year, DePaco members share more than $3.3 million in thank yous by saving, borrowing, and planning for the future. When we consistently work together to boost financial well-being, we power the credit union, creating brighter community for all. Not a member? Join the movement where member ownership pays. Visit a DePaco branch or join online at depaco.com.
From Lincoln Center Theater that brought you The King and I and South Pacific comes a sumptuous new revival of the most perfect musical of all time, My Fair Lady. The New York Times calls it thrilling, glorious, and better than it ever was. Bartlett Shear's glowing production is enthralling. Don't miss the smashing, jubilant Lincoln Center Theater production of My Fair Lady.
At Overture Center, November 21st through 26th. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
Pick and Save gives you so many ways to save, on top of our lower than low prices. Enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Anybody that knows me here knows that I'm always focused on the customer first. I want to make sure that we don't have to worry about this door next year, the year after that. I'm not an actor at all. Here, Precision, we're here for you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
News 3 is seeking top sales talent to join our media sales team. We're not just hiring, we're building careers. Apply at channel3000.com. Unlock your earning potential and be a part of something big.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Thursday at 10, they say everything's bigger in Texas, and that's no lie when it comes to Buc-ee's.
I didn't understand what the big deal was, but now we do.
You will too, because Buc-ee's Travel Center is bound for the Badger State.
We got brisket on the board.
We went all the way to Katy, Texas, outside Houston, to see how Buc-ee's will fit when it comes to DeForest. We'll check out the proposed site and the buzz one local official is hearing. Moving forward with a new Buc-ee in DeForest, Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
We're back here at 6:43. A new piece of art on the UW-Madison campus is marking the expansion of the university's School of Veterinary Medicine.
A sculpture now sits in the courtyard between the current building and the new one. It was created by veterinarian John Hallett, a Badger alum. The bronze sculpture depicts each veterinarian student's four-year journey. He spoke with current students, faculty, and alumni and used their feedback to craft his artwork. As for the completion of the new Vet Med building, the move-in process starts later this year, and the first two floors are expected to open in March. All right, 6:43. Kelly Slivka's outside on your patio.
Yeah, it's still damp out here this morning. We're not really seeing rain per se, but we do have quite a bit of drizzle, a little bit of mist, so it's going to be a damp morning. may need the umbrella at times throughout the day. Most of the times, probably not. But most of the rain that we had overnight is now moved on to the east, but we're getting some lingering drizzle here in Madison. See some lighter rain down there toward Janesville as well. Most of this near Watertown, actually now moving on to the east of Watertown. Also in parts of Jefferson County, seeing a few showers spreading on to the east. Cottage Grove, McFarland, seeing some very light rain moving to the east as well. In the Janesville area, seeing some drizzle and occasionally see some sprinkles passing through this morning. That's what we can expect this morning. Mainly some sprinkles here and there. Mist at times throughout the morning hours, so it's going to keep things damp. Now, as we get into the mid to late afternoon hours, expecting some more development, especially southeast of Madison, from Janesville over into parts of Jefferson County, maybe even clipping southern parts of Greene County. That'll continue into about 5, 6 o'clock, and then everything moves on to the east. We'll get into a dry northwesterly flow, and eventually we will see some clearing later on tonight. As far as additional rainfall, the heaviest amounts are going to be to the south, maybe a pocket or two of picking up a quarter to a half of an inch, less than a tenth likely most areas west of Madison. But you can see the mist and creating reduced visibilities a little bit this morning. Expected a high of 50 today. The average is 49. The low tonight, a little bit colder because we will clear out later on tonight. Sun up at 641. I want to thank Susan for sending in this photo. You see some of the steam coming off the water there in Baraboo. Probably going to see that tomorrow morning because it's going to be a cooler morning with the warmer waters, allowing for some of that steam to come off. We'd love to get your photos. You can submit it easily. Just go to channel3000.com and submit your photo, and we would love to share that with our viewers. All right, it's going to be a wet Wednesday. If you're not getting the rain, you got some drizzle out here this morning. This should all come to an end this evening, and then it's going to be dry right through the weekend into much of next week. Highs in the 50s next week, well into the 50s. And you can see the temperature trend. We'll cool down Friday and Saturday, but after that, we're going to really warm up. And we've got a long duration of some dry weather as well. But we do have the wet weather today. Right now, it's all ahead of this warm front that's separating 60s down in the south. We're in the 40s here in southern parts of Wisconsin. 45 right now in Madison, Janesville at 48. Cooler up to the north, 41 right now in Camp Douglas. So it's going to be a wet Wednesday, but this will be it. Looks like some dry weather. It's going to be windy tomorrow, but we are expecting that sun to return, 51 degrees. And then behind that front, we are going to be cooling down by Friday and Saturday, but Sunday looks nice. 51 will be in the mid to upper 50s. It looks like much of next week.
All right, so weekend not looking too bad, Kelly.
Yeah, just a little chilly. I know the Badgers are here in town taking on Northwestern Saturday, but a little bit cool, but at least it's dry.
That's what I like. Thanks, Kelly. Talk to you soon. November is Homelessness Awareness Month across the state. It's time to bring awareness to the public about the needs of thousands of people in our state who face the prospect of not having a place to stay. And with that in mind, we compiled some ways for you to help those out who are more vulnerable in our community. Our Kyle Pozorski reports.
As we get closer and closer into winter and we all start to huddle around our fireplaces at home for the holiday season, it's important to remember the populations in our communities who are not as fortunate to have those basic luxuries. And that's why shelters like Gifts are looking for your help in any way possible.
We have, this will probably last us maybe a week.
That's Mary Ann Rosh, Gifts Executive Director, giving us a behind-the-scenes look at the shelter's current food supply.
Our men go through inwards of 3 gallons of milk a day.
Gifts can house between 35 and 40 men at any given time. This demands a constant flow of donations to sustain the shelter's guests, which includes Gerard Coughlin, a veteran who grew up in Chicago.
My lease was not extended this past year, so I wound up homeless.
Gerard has been at Gifts since January.
Rents are getting kind of pretty steep, especially in this area of Wisconsin.
According to data from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, close to 5,000 people are homeless in Wisconsin on any given day. Gerard is one of the fortunate ones, though. Of Wisconsin's 5,000 homeless, more than 300 go unsheltered each year.
We have people coming and they're on a waiting list. They want to get in. They want help. And that's a really big concern. Where are they going to go?
So what can you do? Gifts recommends volunteering as well as donating what you can during this time of giving, including food and basic hygiene items.
Grab friends, come and help serve. Really get to know the individuals that are here at the shelter.
In Janesville, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
To find more ways to make a difference in Rock County, you can head to giftshelter.org.
It is 6:48 on your Wednesday. Coming up in the morning sprint, all the top stories you need to start your day out.
We're back after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Looking for a B2B partner in social media marketing? Choose Shelley Social Media. Our team offers PPC advertising, social media management, digital marketing, and more. We don't just manage your brand, we make your brand shine. Discover the Shelley difference today.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend. Haul or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need, because they're a part of them, because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
We're doing everything we can to reduce our carbon footprint.
We are 100% employee owned.
We are Barnes.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Okay, too soon, but it is time to get prepared for the holidays. Barnes can take the stress out of setting up your holiday lights so you can enjoy the season. Welcome to Barnesville. From planting to tree and shrub pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. Discover the Barnes difference. Get started at barnesinc.net.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen and action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
Now you can get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Hold it!
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. When you partner with Shelley Social Media, you will be eligible for our exclusive offer. The first 50 businesses who sign up now will receive free social media management. Enroll today and see your business thrive. Discover the Shelley difference today.
Shop the Brothers Maine Black Friday sale now.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Tonight, 5 Republican presidential candidates will debate each other in Miami. Donald Trump won't be in attendance for the 3rd time now. He'll instead be holding a rally in a nearby suburb. The war between Israel and Hamas is expected to be a prominent theme tonight. It's scheduled for 7 p.m. our time.
Today, Ivanka Trump will testify in the civil fraud trial against her father, former President Donald Trump, and his family business. Trump's eldest daughter had previously tried to avoid testifying. That did not work. Her testimony follows that of her father and her 2 brothers. But unlike those members of her family, Ivanka Trump is not a defendant in the lawsuit.
Election results from around the country are in this morning. On many ballots, abortion rights. Ohio voters approved a right to abortion in their constitution. Democratic Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear won re-election in a deep red state where his campaign made abortion rights a key issue. And in Virginia, Democrats took the legislature, killing Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin's hopes of outlawing abortion at 15 weeks.
Wisconsin voters could see constitutional amendments on the ballot. The legislature wants to put a series of changes to the voting process on the ballot. Changes include requiring a photo ID when voting. Another would prevent cities from receiving private grant money. Republicans say those grants benefit cities that lean Democratic.
The GOP-led legislature is looking to make some changes to higher education in the state. One bill would ban public colleges from considering race and diversity when giving out state-funded financial aid. Another would punish colleges that repeatedly violate free speech rights on campus. The third would guarantee admission to UW for any high school grad ranked in the top 5% of their class.
The case against the man accused of stabbing someone randomly inside the Sun Prairie Walmart last last month will not move forward. A prosecutor and the man's lawyer both agree that the 22-year-old is not competent enough to face charges of attempted homicide. The stabbing happened October 16th. The man then led police on a chase into the city with speeds reaching over 100 miles an hour.
Police in Kenosha County are asking the public to be on the lookout for a missing 15-year-old girl. She's up on your screen right now. Her name is Anna Marie Estes. She was last seen over the weekend in the town of Wheatland in Kenosha County. Estes is 4'9", 80 pounds, with dark brown eyes and brown hair with blue streaks. She was last seen in a black hoodie with black leggings. Anyone with information should call the Kenosha County Sheriff's Department.
Israel says it's locked in a heated battle against Hamas within the walls of Gaza, but they say that their progress has been swift since entering the city, claiming that only a few dozen Hamas militants are left. The violence has driven many of the civilians in the area south. The Gaza Health Ministry says well over 10,000 have died.
The House passed a measure that would censure the first Palestinian woman in Congress. The punishment is one step below expulsion from the chambers. Lawmakers censured Representative Rashida Tlaib over comments she made criticizing Israel over the war in Gaza. Tlaib argued her positions aren't anti-Semitic, they're criticisms of the Israeli government.
A memorial continues to grow in California for Paul Kessler, a Jewish man killed in a fight with a pro-Palestinian protester. The incident occurred during dueling demonstrations on Sunday. Kessler fell backwards during the confrontation and hit his head on the ground. He died at the hospital.
The Supreme Court is considering a case that could set a new standard for gun rights in the U.S. The law being challenged is one that makes it illegal to own a gun when you have a restraining order against you. It was created to protect survivors of domestic violence. It's under scrutiny now in this new case. A decision isn't expected until at least June.
All right, coming up on 7 o'clock, it's been a damp morning. We've got drizzle in Madison, not the heavier showers like we saw overnight, but you can see some of these speckles showing up on the east side of Madison. The broader area of rain's over there toward Watertown, through Jefferson down toward Whitewater. Janesville seeing a few sprinkles as well this morning. It's going to be a damp Wednesday for us. Not real heavy rain expected. Later this afternoon, though, we will expect some showers to develop down toward Janesville and Monroe. And then after 6 o'clock, a lot of this should be done with, and we'll actually clear out a little bit later tonight. But it's going to be damp. You can see the visibilities are reduced this morning because some of that mist. Showers develop later today, but should be done with after 6 o'clock. We will look at some sunshine returning tomorrow. A little cooler Friday and Saturday, but warming up Sunday through next week.
Happy Hump Day, everybody. We're back with another news and weather update in about half an hour.